Responding to the theme of your 200-year celebration, Home for All and Rivers of Life, we as the facilitators of this general chapter thought that it would be good, first of all, to listen to what is happening. So as we began our journey with them, with the preparatory team, we had this chance to reflect on 3 themes to work on for this particular chapter: coming home, opening windows, and tracing rivers of life. And these 3 themes were developed as we look into our life as a community and also the challenges and mission that you are called to respond to. For the first week,
coming home to God, we felt was a very apt, appropriate way to start a chapter because we want people to come home. You know, they're coming from different places and to one place in the Philippines, and it's really good to come home physically, also spiritually. So a retreat was the best way to start the whole discernment towards the next direction of the congregation they are facing for the next 8 years. So the retreat lasted for 3 days with the theme coming home. The first day was coming home to God, a good way to reflect our relationship with God. Where are we, and how is our discipleship journey? The second one is coming home to one another, coming home to community. That's the reality of our life with God. That's the life we share together. And it's a good way to reflect how are we relating with one another. How is our community life? The third day was coming home to the church, especially because there is a new call in the global Catholic Church to become a synodal church. So how do we come home to that? What is happening in the local churches in our assignments that will help us reflect on what does it mean, to come home to the church at this time. So spiritual exercises, inputs, sharing, a good deal of silence and prayer to bring out the concerns of the community to help us direct the next 8 years of our life as a congregation.
the second week's theme was on opening windows. After coming home, it was an invitation to open new windows, and we did it in several steps. The first day, we had a chance to listen to the Superior General share the report of the last years and to see where the community has been through and what challenges we are facing moving forward. At the same time, we also had a chance to listen to new marriage ministries and innovations in ministries from the capitulants themselves. There were several groups, I think around 10 groups, that had a chance to share what is happening in Congo, in East Asia, in Americas, in the different ministries that you are having. And that was a particular chance to be inspired by the innovations in ministries, by the challenges that each one is facing, but also by the way we are responding to it creatively. The second day was a chance for us to look into the local church exposure. Lots of different inspiration were received from that whole experience. Aside from dialogue, it was also a chance for the capitulants to see what church is and how church is being built in this part of the world. And then the third day is a chance for us to also look into young people's ministries. What are different groups doing for young people? The different challenges young people are facing in the world today. So about 10 groups came here in this house to also share to the capitulants, 4 of which are marriage ministries in East Asia. Some even came from Mindanao, from the south of the Philippines, to share their story. And there were other six groups that shared what they are doing for young people. Again, the capitulants were given the chance to be in different groups and had a chance to listen to their approaches, but also the different challenges young people are facing and how they are building ministry together with them. Now, we were asking the question, what are the challenges that we need to respond to as Marys? As we look at these different windows in the past days, where are we being led as a community? But also, how is this reality, how are these realities helping us to to adapt or to modify our spirituality, our community life, and our mission? What new things can we cultivate so that we
Yes.
can be a more vibrant community, a more alive community, responsive community for others?
At the end, we listened to young marists
Oh
and also
yes,
lay
that's right.
marists,
Yeah.
and their voices were also very powerful, very prophetic.
Mm.
You know, all these opening windows, all these voices we listen to, we hope were impulses so that we can look at our own lives and really every day start discerning, with the help of these voices, what the next 8 years are going to look like.
But also the lay marriages, no?
Yes,
So lay
definitely.
marriages, we also
Mm-mm.
had a chance. This afternoon, this was the session, and it was interesting to see how lay marriages have been empowered, but also they are seeing new areas where
Mm-mm.
we can walk together better.
With these new voices, new windows, that are also calling on us to reflect on our own lives, we start the third and the last moment of this chapter in terms of discernment, and it's called Tracing New Rivers or Charting Rivers of Life. So coming home to God, to our community, to the church, and opening windows in different ways. Hopefully, at the end of every day, we put together our learnings, our insights, gathered wisdom from all the experiences. And this next 2 days, we start reflecting on all the inputs of the past 2 weeks. Personally, and then as a community, in small groups, we will do a conversation in the spirit that will put together all these learnings and come into 3 or more areas of concern that we need to consider as a congregation, Maristol, in terms of the directions of the congregation for the next 8 years. So 2 days of reflection individually and as a small group. And by next week, we are set to clarify the calls, but also to analyze, these calls that we are, that God is uh, clarifying to us. We need to analyze them a bit. What have we been doing? What is the world asking us to do? What is God expecting of us? What conversions are we called to make so that we can really implement, embody, live out these calls? We also hope to reflect on the goals, more practical living out of the calls. And we hope to have some structures and mechanisms or what we call pathways for change. So next week, the last part is going to be quite intense. We hope that the 3 weeks coming home, opening windows, will lead us to new rivers of life, and life-giving waters, rivers of life. I like that very much. So we hope that this whole 3 weeks will really help us hear and do what God is expecting of the marriage congregations for the next 8 years.